In this section I'm going to go through the Japanese water stones. It's universally recognized that the best way to sharpen any knife is on a stone. After all, that's how it was done at the last point before it left the manufacturer, so whether it was an artisan blacksmith working from some small workshop in Japan, or whether it's a large industrial conglomerate working in China. It's the edge of the blade, okay, has been ground on a stone. In mass production, it's normally done on industrial wheels with robots that come along and pick the blade up and just run it along on the edge of the stone. Or in the case of an artisan craftsman, it might be a very, very, very fine stone, or a series of fine stones. There is no factory in the world where you've got a series of workmen sitting there with steel rods in the hand doing this to the knife before it comes out, right? So it's obviously that's the best way to maintain it. So let's talk about the water stones. There's a lot of confusion about stones. You can go into a hardware store and buy a black oil stone for a synthetic oil stone, silicon carbide, aluminum carbide, something like that, for probably £2 or £3. Or you could come to someone like a specialist like us, the Japanese knife company, and you could buy an 8,000 grits high quality ceramic polishing stone for £129. Or you could go into Japan and buy a natural Nagura stone mined out of the mines that have gone 3 or 4 kilometers into the sea, 2 or 3 kilometers deep. And you could pay up to £1,000 or £1,500 for a stone. So why the difference in price? Basically, it depends on the nodule that's used, or the cutting particle that's used to make the stone. If something has a very, very sharp particle like that in it, it generally tends to be expensive because it's harder to realign and align all the particles in that shape, all in a line, then for something which is like that, where the weight's at the bottom, and so it tends to sing like that, but the top tends to be a bit more rounded. So a cheap stone will work, but it'll take more effort and it won't be as efficient as a good stone. As a Japanese knife company, we have a series of different stones that we offer.